Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this time. Speaking of this time, Kevin, where are you taking us?
Well, let's revisit where you've been. So, I think where we left you guys last time...
On Critical Hit.
I think that was our best one yet, guys. Good work.
On Critical Hit.
Good work, team.
Daisy even barked in the background.
Good session, guys. See you next week. Bye.
Where we left off, you were in Muckrakers, and you had engaged in an elaborate prison break of the Trash Wyverns, your Yosoki friends, who were held there as some sort of debtor's prison. And the end of it had cut off with you running away from a sandworm after throwing its nodule sack down a nearby tunnel, and then urgently taking the elevator up, pressing the button at 500 times as it slowly ascended, and then there was a cave-in and basically an earthquake underneath the Muckrakers office building, and you and several other escapees of the Muckrakers prison fell out of the elevator, absolutely head to toe covered in that viscous green slime from the sandworm tunnels. But you had successfully rescued the Trash Wyverns, so that's something. And
left dozens of people to die, but what are you going to do?
Who knows? You didn't see them die.
Everything's probably fine.
Yeah,
you pretty much saw Scophos die.
Oh,
Scophos, the Noir. Yeah, you saw him get eaten.
And we heard something that highly implied that Spago was probably at least being beaten to death.
Yeah, they were taking their muckrakes to him.
Yeah.
Like you do.
And whatever he's made of, it may not be muckrake proof.
Probably not.
So, yeah, after a few dazed moments, a bunch of the other inmates take off, basically stealing whatever they can from the building, but mostly just trying to get out of here and be rid of this place. While the receptionists huddle in terror, from the damage done to the building from the earthquake, and the Trash Wyverns start to get up and slowly but methodically start licking their fur clean.
Ew.
I'll look for my gun.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. You have to
yeah.
kind of go through your whole backpack. Oh man, so much of this stuff is still, it's there, but it's covered in slime. Yeah.
Oh no, we left our guns
and
the
ones we checked in.
Yeah, because we had to check them before we'd go
Oh,
down.
the checked guns. Well, those are covered in slime too.
Oh, joy.
It was that
I
expensive.
mean, the elevator opened into a big, hallway of
Kubrick,
slime.
It was shiny.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It was a Kubrick moment with green jello.
It's Kubrick by way of Nickelodeon.
I wonder, do we need to access any kind of a computer terminal to, make sure we're not criminals on the run, since he said that he was taking on our debts?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Bob, we're criminals on the run.
Yeah. Yeah, especially you, apparently. She kind of punches him in the shoulder and grabs her flamethrower and pike.
But how are we going to compete if we're criminals?
That's just going to add to our reputation.
Yeah, I would say easily 40%, kindly 40% of the people on Drifters are criminals.
Oh.
We were criminals already when they cast us.
Bob takes a slight step back. Oh, really?
Yeah, remember the part where we busted up the last race team that we worked for, and we also, I guess, skip town without paying our fees for, the orphanarium or the gladiatorial arena.
Well, I didn't know about that until just recently.
Well, we totally did that.
Yeah. See, you're a criminal just like us.
Is it likely that their information is stored locally?
I mean, it's possible, but I think we should get out of here.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. This place is so shady. I don't think that their whole shtick as parting to oh God, is Scophos and what was his name again?
Spago
was that they tried to be as discreet as possible. So I'm sure they're not going to really want to publicize that they got busted up.
Yeah, but they could just have somebody contracted, like some sort of security team or whatever.
I'm fine with leaving right now if that's the situation.
So Nibbles will perk up from this and say, yeah, around here, the law is more of what you can kind of get away with and what you get caught doing. So, if we had some extra credits, we could grease the right palms, and I think we'd be okay. But we probably should get out of here anyways. Best not
Time
to get
is a
caught
precious
red-handed.
thing. One should never waste it. Let us exit most egregiously.
We've got a little hidey hole. It's not really meant for, folks your size, but we could probably put you up for a night.
Yeah, we'll take it. And then in the morning, if you could get us into whatever that database, that'd be great.
Sounds good. So, you guys creep through Booster City, following Pitch's lead, because Pitch is like their scout and stealth person, and you eventually make it to a little. It looks like a storm cellar at first, and it turns out to be essentially that. It's a little security. Is pretty tight here. There's a pad. There's like a whole separate little DNA scan and retina scan that Nibbles goes through, but it looks on the inside pretty bare bones, like a little shelter that's been set up with shelves and some cots and some extra supplies, and it seems to be one of their little backup hidey holes. The taller among you have to duck.
Cozy.
Very. She ducks and kind of sucks in to get through.
It also seems to have been made for maybe 6 to 10 small size creatures. So now there's, let's see, the 6 of you plus the 5 of them. So quite full.
Snug.
We'll be further in our shell than normal.
Before we enter, Quentin is going to find a space where no one else is around and spin at high velocity in the hopes of getting all of the slime off of his hull.
So instead, the slime sort of moves with your hull, and now it's got a neat swirling pattern and slowly starts to resettle.
Is it flammable?
The only one way to find out.
I'm going to ignite it and see if it will burn off.
Man. Oh, you are so sad that they installed olfactory sensors. Oh, that is terrible. So
now I'm going to spin and see if I can get it to fly off.
Yeah, you little chunks of it fly off. You're not sure whether it was worth that smell or not, but yeah, you can, through a combination of scraping and spinning and burning, you could do it. It's going to take a little while, and you're out in the street while that's happening.
That seems like a bad idea. But also being on fire inside seems like a bad idea.
You don't really catch on fire. It's more like using a one of the things that you use to make creme brulee. A little torch.
A little baking torch, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now that I smell like hideous burning slime, I might as well just come back inside.
All right, there you go. Quentin has evidently given himself a makeover, guys.
Oh, God. Why?
It's not particularly flammable.
But is it inflammable, says Keck.
Flammable and inflammable are the same.
What? You ruined it. You ruined it. He ruined it.
I'll pull out my hygiene kit and try scrubbing my scales.
So each of you has a hygiene kit, and you can start applying it and its various personalized accoutrement to this dilemma. As I mentioned before, the Yusoki are capable of basically like cleaning some of their fur naturally, and they seem to have no problem with it. So, Skritic, you could do that too if you so chose. It tastes bad, but you're also pretty able to ignore the taste of things when you put your mind to it.
Not the worst thing I've had my mouth on.
Hey-o.
Oh, okay. Nibbles will lean in to your lot and say, all right, so I figured we all need a little bit of a rest here, but we'll go ahead and mobilize and head over to the Booster City Bureau of Records and Administrative Bureaucracy. And that's where we can hack in and get, I think, the records that you guys are looking for, the actual what happened, as opposed to what you've been told.
Yeah,
sounds good, Nibbles.
You want to do this now?
Yeah, if you want. While you guys are resting, our group the Trash Wyverns can just go knock this out.
I mean, okay, if you don't think that you need backup.
You know what? That's a good point. Skritic, you want to come with?
Mm-hmm. Sure. It's a little crowded in here anyway.
And so Skritic leaves, and the rest of you are free to rest. But Brian, go ahead and give Skritic the benefits of rest as well, because we're going to go through this pretty quick. So for your sake, Skritic, you get to see the Booster City Bureau of Records and Administrative Bureaucracy. It is a generic tan, blocky building with a very simple architecture that looks like it was prefabricated somewhere and just plopped down here. There's a custodian sandblasting away the latest round of spray paint vandalism off of one of the walls, but it looks to you to be a losing battle from the overall appearance of the building. There are also a few clouds of nanites near the entrance that swarm people like gnats and start projecting obscene holograms and shouting suggestions to officials that are likely biologically impossible for most species. Rachuk will come by and say, yeah, local kids practice basic programming using a Rambutan Phi board and some spare nanites. They download some graphics off the infosphere and presto, nuisance for the local officials. Sure, I mean, they can do EM sweeps to knock them out from time to time, but that costs credits. So mostly they just wear hoods and run into the office as quick as they can.
Well, kind of creative.
So Nibbles will tell you, we've already been in here once, so just follow our lead.
Got it.
And then, a little time passes, and we are back at the little hidey hole that they made, and with everybody, the team that was all resting there, you're just now waking up from your well-deserved rest. But the Trash Wyverns are somewhat burned, somewhat singed, or they've got bullet holes on some of their armor. But Skritic, while you don't have rest, you're just so energized from this experience. And Nibbles just throws open the door and says, "Wow, guys, that was a truly amazing little caper, right? I mean, there were twists, there were turns. We had a good fight in there where everyone was effective. Rachuk, your hacking was incredible. Pitch, way to sneak through that laser grid. Thrill, you soloed those robots. Keck, you helped us all out and showed some real character growth this mission." And Keck says, "Thanks, Nibbles. Great leadership, as always. You really bring the team together." And then Nibbles says, "And how can we forget Skritic, the MVP? Tell them that amazing thing you did, Skritic. I'm sure they're dying to hear about it." And all eyes are on you.
It wasn't that big a deal. I mean, I just saw a exploitable situation where a guard was walking by some vents that happened to be leading to the local sewage pipes, and it just seemed like the perfect opportunity to make a distraction.
Oh man, that was really good, but that wasn't the thing. Actually, I was asking about that other, even more amazing thing you did.
You talk about the thing with the grenades and the
thing with the grenades. That was definitely it. That was explosive.
And the personal mover and the again, I gotta think on your feet. You work with what you got.
Oh, you guys should have been there. I mean, you wouldn't have fit through the vents we were going through and stuff, but you should have been there. It was a really good time.
Quentin, you should have gone with them and filmed that.
Quentin,
I guess maybe not.
Quentin probably has enough incriminating evidence in his hard drive at this point. Maybe it's better that he didn't.
Yeah, fine. I'm just sad. I just have to live with your amazing descriptions to let me feel like I was there.
Sometimes the action happens off camera, and it's better to imagine it.
No, this one was better to be there. Definitely.
You suck, Kevin.
Anyways, so we got the codes and found out that sure enough, like you guys were saying, the hauling company, well, they sold it off to a local vendor. So it seems like the company spent a little extra credit to be sure that the forms looked, good and official. So there probably was somebody official like looking out for any oddities, but I'm guessing they don't know how Akaton works really. So anyways, there's some good news and some bad news.
Okay.
Good news first, always. Got it. Good news is the vehicle called Curiosity was taken for scrap by Baracus, a witchweird merchant who runs a traveling black market bazaar. The bad news is we, the trash wyverns, we really can't go there right now. We kind of upset some of the Shobhad clan that he hires as guards on a job a while back, so it's probably best for us to lay low for a bit.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, you guys should definitely lay low.
You did a lot of help already.
Well, thanks for busting us out. And I guess this is, kind of where we part ways. But hey, by way of a parting gift, we were able to score some extra credits in there. And Nibbles hands over a couple of Booster City credit tubes. They're an older model than most modern cred sticks, but they still hold credits all the same.
Vintage.
And she says, there's 3,000 credits in each of those, so that should be about 1,000 credits to each of you. Thanks for bailing us out back there. Oh, I would recommend fencing those if you can for some lower denomination, less official cred sticks and such. I'm sure there's tracking on some of these credits, but if you get them off-world, they'll spend just fine.
Okay. Hey, no problem. Actually, let me put you in contact with someone, and I'll pass them Big 313's info.
Okay.
So this guy, we've worked with him before. He's reliable, and he's probably going to be looking for work because he also just had some of the stuff that he was working on blow up. So if you guys are looking to hire some muscle, he's pretty tough.
Oh, cool. That's always good. Thanks for the reference. Yeah. We'll check him out. It's been too long, Akubino and Vanky. You guys should come back here more often.
Well, if every time we come back we break every law, that's probably not going to happen, but almost certainly we'll end up back here at some point.
Yeah. And we'll check in with you when the race is over.
Sounds good. And
if I've been back in this neighborhood, we got to work together again.
Thrill punches your shoulder, Skritic. And nods. Yeah, we should work again.
Ooh.
Pitch will lean forward and kind of whisper, you guys will need to find someone who is familiar with the shadier aspects of Akatan's economy. Someone who knows their way around. Maybe the Shobad community. So, sorry we can't provide the introduction, but you'll need somebody to introduce you to Barakas.
Okay.
I'm my type of guy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we can see if he's still around. See if he knows. He's Shobad by the name of Lebo. If we're ready to go, I can try to see if I can drop a line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably do that then.
Well, that sounds like you guys are just you got a nice little plan. Nibbles is looking around their extremely cramped little hidey hole. So let me know if you need some like protein bars or
ration. We're good, Nibbles. Good seeing you. And she picks Nibbles up and kind of like tries to twirl her around, but is entirely like too crowded, and so just like sets her back down.
Thrill had like pulled out her knife all of a sudden, and then subconsciously and puts it back away.
Yep, definitely like old times.
Mm-hmm.
I'll head out.
Thanks, guys. Good seeing you. Thanks for the rescue.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Try to keep a low profile because we're probably already in the sheets.
Great.
We fly casual.
So, were you going to reach out to Lebo?
Yeah, I'll see if I can get in contact with Lebo.
Yeah, so you have a few old Infosphere fake addresses for him that you can send some notifications to, and you guys have to spend a little bit on the streets of Booster City. Again, imagine it on the inside of a crater with like all of the buildings built up against the crater wall, and then kind of little sprawling slums. You guys are able to duck about. You look really shady and like you're avoiding the cops, but that just doesn't mean anything around here.
Yeah, so it shows the rest of the planet.
Yeah. So after about 5 minutes, you get a response back with a place to meet Lebo. It is a watering hole / tattoo parlor / blood sport arena. A small one.
Nice.
More like an underground fight club type place.
My kind of place.
All right. I guess we're going to be seeing some local color.
Oh, we get to explore more culture?
That's definitely a way of putting it.
All right. So you can make your way there across Booster City, and after a while, it becomes clear like the authorities are not actively looking for you. Like you don't see any like APBs on any of the public posting infosphere sites or on any like the hologram billboards or anything like that. And some authorities go by on little energy cycles and they don't pay you any heed. Now, I'm not saying you want to necessarily go talk to them, but
sure.
So yeah, you can make it down to this dive bar that Lebo calls his operating home, and you can gain entrance Skritic by flashing your messages with Lebo, and sure enough, they send you to like a back room. Unfortunately for you, Vangie, they're just doing warm-up fights. It's still too early in the day. Yeah.
Well, I'll still watch the people who are warming up because check out their techniques.
Cool.
See if there's anyone with promise.
Sure. So you watch, and you're led, as I said, to this back room where, sure enough, there's Lebo, a very large Shobad man. So Shobads have forearms like Kasatha. They're really big, though. I mean, size category large. So think 3.5 meters, roughly 250 kilos. Just towering over all of you, and huge. Bald and with dark gray skin, and he's wearing some sort of golem plate armor, the same style as Vangie, although maybe a different model, but the same maker. So he also has some heavy duty weapons on him as well, and he has a thick cigar in his mouth, like chomped between his teeth.
Vangie gives her one of those sizing up, recognized game looks.
What was that?
Does this guy have tusks?
Tusks. Let's see. Do they have tusks?
I thought they did. I might be thinking of a different
image that they do. Let's see. Yeah, they have little tusks. Sure enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Just trying to remember what these guys. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, tusks. They only have 4 fingers per hand. He's not wearing boots, despite his heavy armor. So you can see as he puts one of his legs up that it ends in two equal-sized toes with giant talons on the end of them. And he'll take one of his arms and grab the cigar, while that's one of his top. Let's say his top right arm grabs the cigar, while his middle two flex forward towards you, gripping each other and flexing towards you, and his left hand kind of gestures towards the air. His left top hand, that is. So, Skritic, you have returned.
Yeah, just for a short time, hopefully.
Are you now an adult, willing to do hard jobs for superior pay? Or do you still cling to your old teachings and grow squirmy around the messy parts?
I don't know if we're really looking for jobs right now. I think I've had plenty of hard times. I try not to go looking for it.
You look desperate. That is why I asked.
We are in a bit of a situation.
He waits and he takes another drag on his cigar. A waitress comes by and takes your orders. A round's beginning, Vangie, and this seems like a slightly better round. Lebo has basically a box seat, so you can see over the little fighting arena. It's not very big, but still.
Yeah. Me and my friends here, we need to get our ship back. We kind of need to have introductions made with another Shobad. We're hoping that you can help us out.
Who is it you wish to speak with?
What was the name again?
Baracus.
Baracus. Baracus is not a Shobad. Baracus is a witchweird. I know they also have 4 arms, but we are a different species.
I see. I'll try to remember that next time I run into a gorilla.
Also, there are Kasatha, who also have 4 arms, but are also not Shobad or witchweirds.
I have a question. How many arms do Skittermanders have?
6,
I am not
right?
certain. Believe they have 6 arms and 2 legs.
Okay.
Though I've also seen it claimed that all of their arms are also legs, and that they are some type of furry arachnid.
Yeah, it gets confusing. Sorry, I just wanted to be included in the conversation.
So you are looking for the bazaar?
Yes, I believe we are.
I can take you to the Baracus Bazaar, and I can introduce you to the Hardash clan, the Shobhadne that Baracus has hired as guards. But it will come with a price. I will do this thing for you for 1,000 credits.
Yeah, we can do that. I hand over my stick.
How about I fight in your match tonight?
If you can earn me 1,000 credits via the match, so be it.
Shall we consider this collateral then?
Yeah, I think I can. I'm on. It'll be a celebrity appearance.
Yeah, we're famous.
Mm-hmm.
Some might even say infamous.
Yeah, that's also
we
true.
Drift.
All right. So, yeah, you are able to, go speak with the. It turns out the waitress is also like basically the proprietor, and hence why she tends to Lebo's table personally, because he seems to be something of an important figure around here, and she can get your name on the list really quickly, Vangie. In fact, she recognizes it and puts it right at the top.
Nice.
You're going to have to go up against Ursa, though.
Is Ursa
She's no
a bear?
joke. Ursa's an uplifted bear, yes.
Yes!
Of the major or minor variety?
Oh, always major.
Just
Actually, she was a colonel, but they busted her back down. So
I was trying to come up with that same kind of joke. So
that sounds awesome.
Watch the ground game and the sidesteps. I guess like a Tekken joke. Let's just move on.
Fantastic. All right. So you fight with Ursa, the uplifted bear, Vangie, in a battle. I'm sure you guys are wagering enough credits to. Are you wagering more than? Let's say that they give even odds because Ursa's a local favorite, but Vangie is well known on the Akaton Arena scene. So it turns out that people who do a couple of Infosphere searches and be like, wait a minute, hasn't she fought before? So she has a record and everything. So they're not going to give you better than average odds.
No, that's fair. I have the gladiator theme.
Yep.
This is good. I needed to up my theme level anyways, or next level.
I definitely put more money on Vangie than I should.
All right.
Whatever
want to
that
join?
turns out to be.
Are we able to assist? Be in her corner?
No. You can actually. You can have a corner man. You can have one corner person. So
yeah.
I
love that.
I suppose
my ship doctor do that.
Yeah. Fair enough. So
You're
when I said no before, I meant yes. But otherwise, no one else is allowed to.
Would it be prudent for us to bet our entire 6,000 credits on this match and see if we can double our money?
They will only allow you to bet 3,000. That's as much as the bookie. That's as much action as the bookie can take.
What if 2 of us go and make the bet?
No, but I mean, like, they're not going to take more than 3,000 credits worth of bets for Vangie.
Sure.
Totally.
Vangie would say, like, I mean, look, I am awesome, but we should also probably, I've never fought a bear before, so, maybe.
I guess I meant 4,000 total, because I was thinking of 3,000 in addition to the 1,000 for paying Lebo.
Sure.
Right.
So, are you guys? Who is staking their? Are you guys all collectively staking it, or is anyone opting out?
Bob is opting out.
Yeah. So
Quentin is opting
we basically got 1,000 for each of us, right?
Yes. I'll hold on to my stake in case it doesn't work out.
Okay. So
Quentin will opt in the entire 1,000.
Yeah, that puts me at 1,700-ish. So I'll put in 1K as well.
Oh, I will not, because I think it's bad luck to opt out, to bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So we
will follow Vengie's example.
Oh, okay. So then you guys are betting a total of 3,000?
Sounds like 2 to me, right? Is Skritic putting in?
No, I'm withholding.
So yeah, so it's just
2,000 plus the 1,000 that we're betting to try and
okay.
And
Sounds good. So one thing is that those you have to pull out those big Booster City credit tubes, because those think of those as $1,000 bills basically.
Okay.
Well, actually 3,000 credit bills.
$3,000 bills. That's why they're rare. They're the $3,000 denomination.
And Lebo will kind of chuckle and say, "Difficult to spend those on Akaton. I can arrange for them to be shipped off-world for a 1% fee."
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right. So those 6,000 credits, you have to pay 60 credits. So basically, each person pays 10 credits.
Okay.
And then they give you credit at the bookies thing. Bump. And Vangie begins her battle with Ursa. So we'll resolve this with a series of skill checks. So let's say we start with skill or ability checks, or like you can replace some sort of cool class ability if you've got something like that. So Ursa charges right off the bat and tries to turn this in. I'm sorry?
Sorry. We would like to do something before the game starts. Or before the match starts.
So while the referee is calling out and psyching up the crowd. By the way, the referee doesn't do any work here. It's more like an announcer than a referee.
Sure.
Yes, we would like to use our sleight of hand to give some boosts.
Oh, jeez.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Gonna be roided up for this fight.
Might as well.
In this back alley bar in Booster City? Yeah.
I mean, it seems like perfectly I'm not complaining.
That's a 20.
Yep. You succeed. So you can sneak in as many boosts as you want while you're because it's basically expected. It seems like they're pretty used to this.
So we'll give the AC and speed bonuses. So +1 to AC,
Sweet.
plus 10 foot in. Oh, we're doing skill checks. +2 enhancement bonus to skill checks.
There you go.
Nice.
And let me see if the last thing might be helpful. Would I be able to use the toxicology booster? Basically, the way it works is any living creature attacking the affected target with a natural attack takes a -2 penalty to the attack.
Ooh.
Absolutely, you for sure would.
Okay.
The only way you can use it though is if you tell me what you're doing.
Yeah.
Why do they get a -2?
We're using the fact that we can have multiple limbs at any given moment to, keep eyes up where we're taking care of Vengi, getting her food,
You're not allowed to intervene in the fight itself. You can prep her ahead of the time, but you can't actually input, throw your limb in the way of an attack.
Yeah, no, that's basically misdirecting.
Some sort of distraction?
Wasn't it like a toxicology thing? Like, doesn't it make me like poisonous or something like that?
Or you want to know what? Okay, I'm confusing myself. So
basically, as a biohacker, you have you have this toxicology talent that can, somehow affect Vangi's skin or scales or, some sort of scent or aura around her. It's up to you to describe how that works, but it probably, since you're administering it to her, it does seem like something that would have to be injected and on her.
We're going to utilize what we learned from the slime yesterday to make it so she secretes that sort of stench, that sort of just nastiness.
Yep, you can even ask Quentin for one of his little torches, and I'll light the fluid you're able to generate on fire to really add that extra burnt, spoiled
burnt
egg.
Marshmallow smell, yeah.
Oh yeah, smell gross and feel great.
Anything else, Amu?
Do
you give her a little pep talk in the corner while you're administering all of these things?
Yeah. It's like we're going to be able to do this.
Pep talk that you give, Amu. In fact, as you give the pep talk, in order to give the pep talk, in order to succeed at your sleight of hand to inject, they put a little microphone in your face so that some people can hear your pep talk. So what do you say?
We believe in you. We've seen what you're able to do. This bear. So here's the trick to bears. You make yourself look bigger.
Oh, thanks, Amu. Glad to have you in my corner. Oh God, I smell terrible.
We'll be able to take care of that later.
Good.
So Ursa's corner man is a old Yosoki woman with a cane that seems to be wrapping the bear on the knuckles and claws and trying to psych it up.
Nice. Am I allowed to have a weapon in this fight, or?
Oh no! This is just good old fashioned. Well, excuse me. You're not allowed to have a weapon you couldn't conceal.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You have to go in ostensibly unarmed. If you pull a weapon, it has to be, a move. Yep.
That's funny.
Would you like to try to conceal a weapon on yourself?
That's a good question.
You have pretty big, bulky armor, and they're pretty generous about what concealed means.
Yeah, I'll conceal my assault hammer, basically, just tuck that into my armor and have so that my tail can get it at some point.
All right. So then the announcer, a Hilky man, comes in and let's get ready to rumble. So, all right. So first of all, roll initiative, Vangi.
Okay. I've got a 20.
All right, so you go first. So you can try to engage. So the good news is you're able to to start before Ursa charges you. Ursa's clearly big and strong. She's got some sort of armor on. She is supposedly, from what you've been able to gather in the 5 minutes you've had to do some research, got some like data jacks and like a custom rig hooked up to her brain. So she's probably well up to date on like all of your matches and skills.
She's
plus,
cybernetic.
Her natural weapons are just as good as yours.
Oh,
and
they're better. I traded out the. I don't have best natural weapons.
All right, so Ursa is bearing down upon you.
Yeah, feel bad.
You're just gonna have to grin and bear it here. That's what you get for engaging in a bare knuckle brawl.
Oh man, did you write all of these down ahead of time?
No, I literally just came up with all of those immediately. That is the honest to God truth.
That is some grisly humor,
that's
son.
Even worse.
Chris, I love it. Thank you.
Would you say she's a barbarian?
Oh God.
This makes me feel good. But anyway, Vangie, you gain the initiative. What style of combat are you trying to engage Ursa in?
So I am. I mean, what are the terms of this? Like, is it tap out? Is it if I get her out of the ring? Does like that count? Or
I think you'll get a disqualification.
That's a marsupial.
They call them bears.
So yes, you can either get her out of the ring, or you can get her to tap out. If you KO her, that also like knock her unconscious, that will also do it. But they frown on deaths, though it wouldn't be the first one.
Then I'm gonna. So I'll start by trying to use my initiative and my brand new charge attack soldier feature to try to rush her. And try to I understand a bull rush is probably going to be a tough thing on this, but my idea is just to get up close and personal with her as soon as possible and try to push her out of the ring if possible.
It's classic bull versus bear. All right, so go ahead and give me. So technically in Starfighter, I'm gonna wax philosophical for a moment. So Starfinder made a design choice, and that has to do with combat maneuvers. And part of me understands it, but part of me also hates it. Where they said, combat maneuvers, you're not going to be good in this game. Straight up, period.
Right.
So what they did was the target number for combat maneuvers is 8 plus people's kinetic AC. So that just means that they're roughly 40% more likely to fail than a regular attack roll. And the reasoning being, okay, well, tripping is really powerful, grappling is really powerful, and these rules are kind of fiddly, so we'd rather just not deal with them, and we'd rather kind of avoid them and discourage them.
I'd rather they just discourage the players from using them.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you considered brewing up your own rules there?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the other thing is, like, if you look at other editions, this is a solved problem. In like 5th edition, you just make athletics and acrobatics checks. It's not that hard. It's over really quickly. It's not a multi-stage process. You just do it. So I'm not a fan of Starfinder's rules on this. I like combat maneuvers because I think combat maneuvers are evocative. They're something that like happens. If you were watching the movie of this, they would happen all the time. There's something players tend to naturally suggest. And it's annoying to me that the rules make them bad. And so we're going to say make an athletics check.
All right. I will make my athletics check with my +2 bonus thanks to my helpful doctor/drug peddler. And I have a 31.
Woo! That is a nice check. Oh, so you are able to bull rush Ursa back into their corner, where their Yosoki matron whacks them on the shoulders with her cane, encouraging her to go forth, and she will try to grapple you. So why don't you make an athletics check in response?
Okay. I've got a 19 that time.
Nope. So again, due to a little bit of bad luck, Ursa is against the ropes, and you pushed her back there, and maybe she's intimidated by your famed, arena presence or whatever. But you're able to keep her cornered, and keep her from getting a good grip on you.
Nice.
She was trying to go in for the bear hug.
Right.
Oh, boo, boo, boo.
So that makes it back to Vangie. You have her right where you wanted her.
Great. Then I am going to try to just keep pushing hard. Grab, basically try to do like a little, not actually necessarily going to make a trip attack, but slap under her leg with my tail and try to push her back and get her off balance.
Bear down, if you will.
Oh.
Yep.
So is that another athletics check?
Yeah, let's try it.
Another 31.
Jeez.
Wow.
So you knock her to the ground, and her fan favorites in the small crowd of a couple dozen that are here start shouting, "Unbearable!"
It's pandemonium out there.
Oh.
But you picked up a few.
I've tipped the scales here.
Vangie has picked up a few fans as well that say, "Barrier!"
I'm glad they're behind the barricade.
Barricade.
Yes, barricade.
Barricade.
Yes, and?
Anyway, so it's back to Ursa's turn. And Ursa will rise, which I think in Starfinder that will provoke. I'm never sure. They change the rules every edition just to keep it interesting.
Oh yeah.
If she does provoke, that might be a boo-boo.
Oh, jeez. Well, I am going to try to put her back in hibernation.
Actually, it does not provoke. I looked up the rules.
Okay.
So with that, Ursa lets out a massive roar. And you actually hear under the telepathy, because it turns out uplifted bears also have limited telepathy. So while the crowd hears the roar, Ursa will telepathically connect with Vangie and say, "I just wanted to say this is like a real honor to be fighting you right now. And I'm losing and I'm okay with it because I'm losing to somebody who's like an idol of mine, and I want to have the career you have, and I'm totally rooting for you guys on Drifters."
Vangie, who's extremely familiar with telepathic combat, will put herself into a position to almost take the blow in a more gladiatorial wrestling thing, where she's gonna try to make it look good for her, and but also get hit but not be too bad, and be like, "No, I get it. This is, like I said, I really have actually always wanted to fight a bear. This is a awesome thrill, and it means so much to me that you follow my career, and I think you've got a lot of promise. I'll be looking out for you too." Ah!
So if she's telepathic, you could say she bear in mind.
Oh
God. Oh boy. So after you guys come to that little accord, you're able to adopt a kind of a wrestler's persona match where you make it look good but don't hurt each other too bad.
Nice.
However, unlike a typical wrestling match where there's a face and a heel and the conclusion is foregone from the beginning, in this case, she is trying to win.
Sure.
Pretty much as hard as she can, but after a few more contests of athleticism and sneakiness and martial prowess, it becomes clear that you are the superior fighter. And she will also telepathically say, by the way, Ursa's my stage name. Like, everyone expects that. I know it means bear and everything or whatever, but my actual name's Jasmine, and you can follow me here. And like, this is my profile, and I'd totally like to get your opinions on my career going forward, and so forth.
That's fantastic. It'd be like, well, that sounds great. I'm like working with a pretty good promoter right now on Drifters. I'm sure he'd be happy to and Hecubino, he's like the best at that. Like, seriously, I wouldn't be anywhere in my career without him. So we'd be happy to give you some tips.
And with that, you win the bar brawl, the battle for the 1,000 credits for Lebo in Booster City.
Good job!
Yay!
You're a little worse for wear, but
Sure.
Not too bad.
Nothing that Amu can't probably patch up.
Well, you went in prepared, so.
I back when we were first hashing out concepts, I considered playing an uplifted bear, and this session has made me extremely glad I didn't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You think I don't have lizard puns?
Oh.
Yeah, let's keep them to ourselves so we can keep the game moving.
Otherwise, every session's just going to turn out like this.
Oh. Yeah, it'd be a reptile dysfunction.
Oh, boy.
That's my last one.
Okay.
Hey, with the win, we're going to take those credits and probably apply them to Bob's debt. In the meantime, everybody, you can check out our website at majorspoilers.com, and we'll be back next week with another episode. But until then, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2021 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.